What's up YouTube? For tonight's video we have a full overrated Pokemon team. Now these are the Pokemon that crop up the most that I've seen out of all my searches for being the most overrated. This was the winning theme team on my community tab. Thank you very much for voting. Newsflash people, the Ponyta shirts and jumpers are finally here. If you do want to buy one, that is located in the description of the video. They come in a multiple range of sizes and colors, and hope you get one while they are hot, people. Now, if you do buy one of them, let me know in the comment section. I'll give you a comment, a little like, and love art thing. Alright, people, this was a battle on my Discord. If you do want to check that one out, that is in the description of the video too. I take my battles there every day at a random time. Okay, this was a battle against Barlow. This was a very interesting theme team they were running. So, I'm leading things off with the Greninja. Now, Greninja is a max special attack, max speed set. However, on this one, we've got Water Shuriken and King's Rock. So, the idea of this set is to hit them as many times with Water Shuriken as possible and flinch them with King's Rock and just generally make them salty. Anyway, we had the Machamp going for the bulk up there. It's got a Flame Orb as the item. So, like, okay, that's kind of interesting. Now, I thought, well, I might be able to... That's extra damage, right? So, if I flinch them, I'll get some extra burn damage, so that's only going to help me. So go for some more Water Shurikens, hoping I can hit 5 times, but it only hits like 1. Anyway, so it's going to fling a Flame Orb at me. I'm like, what is this? Anyway, so it does half my health, and upon flinging a Flame Orb at someone, you actually burn them too. Okay, so my Greninja is burned. However, it is a special set, right, so it's not going to matter too much. All I got to do, right, is take this scum out. Anyway, so speaking of scum, go for the Water Shuriken, hoping I can hit 5 times in a row and flinch the opponent. The other moves on this set, it was an amazing set, people. We had a Water Shuriken, Icy Wind, Grass Knot, and Bubble. Since we had such a, an overrated Pokemon team, I wanted to put the most overrated moves on it. Anyway, so it's going to go for another bulk up. I'm thinking, maybe this has Rest or something like that. That might be bad. Anyway, so it's in range for me to actually take out this turn. If I can get 5 hits or 4 hits against this will be enough to take it out. So go for another Water Shuriken. I get a crit there, which is really, really nice. And I hit it again, and it only hits 2 times. What is this? And now it's going to have Thief. And it's going to take me out with Fling and Thief. What is this Machamp set? Anyway, so my Greninja is down. The Machamp is going to leave on like 1 health. Teacher's available. And now we're going to bring in the Pikachu. So on this Pikachu set, I ran something a little bit more mainstream, but I ran kind of a gimmick with it too, which was, it kind of disguised the gimmick. Anyway, so I went for the Fake Out just to take out the Machamp, just finishing that one off. So we had on this set Fake Out and Volt Tackle, which, are normally pretty, standard moves on it. We've got Endure and Flail as well. So if you think about it, those 2 moves work really well. So now thinking, let's go for the Endure, because I don't want to take any damage. It's going to fling its Dread Plate. So you might be starting to see a theme here. That's going to take me all the way down to 1 health. Unfortunately, now it's going to be able to outspeed me and take my Pikachu out with the Thief again. I'm going to get the Static, however, which is going to slow that really fast Hitmonlee down, and down goes old Pikachu. He didn't get much use in this battle, but don't worry, people, we've got 3 battles to go. Make sure you check out these battles, all of them too. It's really, really, a couple of them are really, really interesting. So now bring in Charizard. Now, people, I know Charizard is a lot of people's favorite Pokemon. Don't worry, I like Charizard too. Just putting that one out there. However, it's going to be able to thief the Light Ball from before, and it's going to paralyze me too. So me having the Light Ball, actually, it's quite funny because I paralyzed them with a Static, and then they flung the Light Ball that they stole before and paralyzed me. What are the chances of that? Anyway, so this is a trapping, bulky, special defensive Charizard set. I've used this a couple of times, actually. So on this one, we've got Roost, Sky Drop, Fire Spin, and Toxic. And we've got the item as leftovers, max health and max special defense, boosting special defense nature as well. So, whatever nature you choose. I just dropped attack because I wasn't using any real attack. I wasn't really a hard-hitting attacking move. Sky Drop was just to, grab them, put them in the air, and rack up a bit of damage with the Toxic and the Fire Spin. Anyway, so the Hitmonlee is going to get freed from the drop, getting a little bit more damage from the Fire Spin, which also trapping them in at the moment too. Now, Hitmonlee is going to get paralyzed, thank goodness, and now Charizard can freely go for the Sky Drop, take the Hitmonlee into the sky, and throw him down into the ground. Now, the cool thing is when the opponent actually gets KO'd by like a trapping move like Fire Spin or Infestation, and you're Sky Drop, you're actually still in the sky. However, now we got the Scissor coming in here. It's like, this is actually a good matchup for me. Sky Drop clearly fails when you're in the sky because obviously, it's kind of like you've grabbed the Pokemon, right, and they've just disappeared in your arms. Anyway, so we've got the Scissor coming in, go for the Sword Dance. I'm going to go for Fire Spin here because that's the best I can do. I can't use Toxic or anything. And I know even with like no EVs or anything and low base power, it's going to do a lot of damage because it's, it's 4 times weak. However, now we got a Sword Dance Fling Iron Ball. So you guys can probably figure out what this team is. They're running a full Fling team. So that's really, really cool. I need a drink. Alright, just had to fling that drink down. So now bringing in my Mimikyu here. Now this Mimikyu, I tried to nerf it down as much as possible into something a little bit more interesting than just like the normal, just, Sword Dance, Shadow Sneak kind of Snore Fest step. Anyway, so go for the Z Splash, boosting my attack +3. So I actually noticed it gets Astonish, which I thought was pretty astonishing. So the idea is to flinch the opponent as much as you can with Astonish and get a +3 in attack is going to make it hit probably a little bit harder than usual. Now, we got the Disguise busted by the Thief. However, we got the Scissor swapping out, and now we got the Linoon coming in. So Linoon is going to be, resistant to that, the Astonish, so I can't really do anything to it apart from Play Rough. Play Rough misses! Now they're going to go for the Otis Loop. I'm like, whoa, what is this set going to be? What are they going to fling this time? So I need to land this Play Rough, or I'm going to get probably swept by Belly Drum, and Play Rough does hit. That's going to take out the Linoon. Now, I had to run Play Rough on there because, unfortunately, there wasn't any weak Fairy-type moves at all. I would have used them if there was. So now we got Clefable coming in. I'm guessing this is going to be Unaware, so I just went for the Astonish to see if I get as many flinches as I could and maybe finish it off with the Play Rough. So I get a flinch with Astonish, which was astonishing. And now going for another Astonish. I'm hoping I can get multiples in a row because it's a very, very trolly move. Now it's going to have a fling, and it's going to fling a light ball. I'm sick of these light balls. Anyway, so I'm going to get paralyzed by that. So if you do fling the light ball at someone, it automatically paralyzes them. So it can be an interesting strategy to use. However, I'm going to go for the Play Rough now. As you can see, this has Unaware because it wouldn't have taken out otherwise. Belly Drum is going to fail. They tried to go for a scummy Belly Drum at the last moment. Now going for Astonish. I just want to disrespect them with some flinches. Now on that, I don't get a flinch. However, they're going to go for the Covet, which is going to steal their item back. So what they did with their team, right, is they had, they were able to fling the items and then get them back with, either Thief or Covet. Okay, so I get a flinch on the Astonish, and now I'm going to finish off the Clefable with the Astonish. You won't be able to say there's not too many people that could say I'll finish off a Clefable with an Astonish. So now that one's down. We've still got 2 more Pokemon left. We got the Scissor from earlier on and another Pokemon. So Scissor is down to half health. There really isn't much I can do here. I can just go for the Astonish or the Play Rough. I'm decided to go for the Astonish. So now Scissor's going to go for a Sword Dance again, going for the Astonish on the Scissor. Now, unfortunately, I am paralyzed, so there's no chance of me, getting that flinch right. Now, Scissor is going to go for the Thief, and, that's going to take me out. Technician boosted Thief. No way Mimikyu is living that one. So now we've got 2 more Pokemon left. I've got Mewtwo on this team. Now, Mewtwo, this set, once again, I had to use something trolling on this. I've got Confusion, Miracle Eye, and Me First. So I knew none of those moves would work. However, I went for the Me First, and it failed. Now, a fun fact here, people. If you use Me First and the opponent uses Thief, it will fail because Thief is one of those moves that actually fails with. There is a small list of moves, but if you didn't know that one, you learned something new. Alright, so my last Pokemon here, I really can't do anything. I just got to go for the Flash Cannon. This really wasn't like a super attacking Lucario. It was actually more a Final Gambit Lucario with max health and max speed, so it really wasn't cut out to do much damage. So that's the Scissor down anyway. The last Pokemon we have is the Gliscor. So I know that it's going to have Fling, right? I was like, I wonder what it's going to fling. So go for the Flash Cannon anyway. Gliscor doesn't have the greatest special defense, which is going to kind of make up for me having no special attack EVs. Now it's going to go for the Taunt. That's fine because I've got a Choice Scarf. I'm not going to be using any setup moves or anything like that at all. Gliscor now has the Toxic Orb, which is going to give it some healing. Alright, so go for the Flash Cannon again. If I do get a special defense drop, that'd be really nice. But it still is doing pretty good damage. So now Gliscor's going to go for a Sword Dance. So I'm guessing the next turn, they're going to attack and do some massive damage to my... I was actually kind of wondering what move they'd use with Fling. So the Poison Heal is going to give them recovery back. Now I can go for yet another Flash Cannon, hoping I can take out the Gliscor before it attacks. And it just leaves a light 1 health. Ponyta t-shirts and jumpers available. And now it's going to go for another Sword Dance. I did find out that the only move they had against me was Thief in the end. So that's why they couldn't attack me. It wouldn't have done it. Even with +6, it wouldn't have taken me out. And that is pretty much game. I hope you guys enjoyed this first battle. I just thought I'd include that Fling team because it was very interesting. And let's get on to the second game. I nearly got swept by that. What was that? Was that the bulk up Machamp flame orb? It's pretty good because then you have like the guts and it won't affect you. Anyway, so the second battle we have this time. I'm leading things off with my Pikachu. This one was against Sensei Sork. So now we're gonna go for the fake up here. The fake up, the fake out, guys. A new move. It's called fake up, right? The hands actually go like, I don't know, the hands go beneath instead of up. So I'm going to swap out my Pikachu here. I don't really want to go into that matchup at all. Expecting some kind of fighting move to going into my Mewtwo. So I thought here for a second, well, I did get trolled the first time with me first. However, I just want to see what this is going to use against me. So it's a special Primate. I'm going to go for me first, hoping that's in. Me first works. I'm like, what move are they going to be using? What is this? And I get a Thunder, so I'm like, oh, this is really good. I've got max special attack and max speed on the Mewtwo, and no Primate there is going to get Benjamin Franklin, and he's going to go down. Anyway, so we got another move. We got another 5 Pokemon left, which is the Chestnut. So now we got the Chestnut. It's not the greatest matchup for Chestnut either, because I can go for a Mighty Confusion. Anyway, so I thought, let's get up the Carmine anyway and see if I can get a couple of these up and do some Confusion KOs. So I've got this the Carmine up, boosting my special defense and special attack. Chestnut's going to go for the Leech Seed, so it's more of like a stalling set. Now, with this Mewtwo, if I didn't go over it before, it was a Confusion, Miracle Eye, so I can hit Dark-type Pokemon, Calm Mind and me first, and the item is Twisted Spoon. I know, just Twisted Spoon is just overpowered. And we got max special attack and max speed, if I didn't mention that one already. So I go for another Calm Mind, boosting my stats, which are pretty high. Now it's going to set up the spikes. So it's got a layer of spikes, and it's got the Leech Seed up. So I need to start doing something because I don't want to set like multiple layers of spikes up. I've got +2 in special attack, which is going to work nicely too. So now Chestnut's going to go for the spiky, scummy shield. I can't do anything against that. It's going to get some more Leech Seed damage. That's all good. I'm not running like a physical set, so it's not going to do any damage to my Mewtwo, apart from the Leech Seed damage that they're trying to, obviously they're trying to stall me out here. So now going for the Confusion on the Chestnut, and I just one-shot that with Confusion. Beautiful disrespect, people. I love that every time. Anyway, so Chestnut is down. We've still got 4 Pokemon remaining, so I'm in a pretty good position. Now, since the Saw came out, I thought, it doesn't. I think it's got sturdy, so I'm going to go for the me first. I know that I can't one-shot it. It's going to be able to one-shot me. So go for that, and I'm going to go for the knockoff. I get a me first knockoff, and I'm actually going to knock off. They had Focus Band. That's so scummy. Anyway, so now they're going to go for the knockoff, and that's going to take out my Mewtwo. I mean, I could have gone for a Confusion, and that had Sturdy and Focus Band. That's like the trolliest set on the planet. So they're going to knock off my Twisted Spoon, and looks like someone's going to be eating ice cream. Not going to be eating their ice cream. So now we've got my Greninja coming in. I'm going to go for the Bubble. I need to disrespect as fast as I can, so go for the Protein Bubble, hoping I can get a flinch and take this out. Unfortunately, I don't know why Bubble didn't take that out. Why did it not take it out? And now Sork is going to go for the Close Combat, which is going to take me out by about 1,000%. So I've still got my Pikachu left, which I can use Fake Out, or I can swap in one of my other Pokemon. So this time, we're going to go back into the Pikachu. So I thought I could go for Fake Out, or I could go for Endure and Flail. So I decided to go for Fake Out for a little bit of extra damage on the Sork. I'm pretty happy with that. The Close Combat actually dropped the defense of it too. So I thought, well, just in case they outspeed me, I'm going to swap out the Pikachu and go back into Charizard, because I'm expecting maybe a fighting type move, and Charizard should be able to take that. However, the Sork's going to go for the knockoff and knock off my items on my items. Guys, Charizard's got 2 items. It's got 2 leftovers. Can you imagine that, putting 2 leftovers on a Pokemon? So now it's going to hit me with the Zen Headbutt. I don't get Scumbag Flinch, and I'm going to take out the Sork into the sky, and that's going to be enough to take it out. I love this bulky Charizard. It works so nicely. So now go for the Sky Drop on the Sork, and Sork is going to go down. The Focus Band did not kick in, because that's what would have happened, right? If I didn't get rid of that Focus Band, it would have activated. That's a sure thing. So now we've got the Lopunny coming in. So I thought, well, the best thing I can do here is go for the Toxic. I could go for Roost, but it's probably going to shred me. So now it's going to go for the Charge Beam. It's a special set. And obviously I'm running max health, max special defense, so I do tank that one rather nicely. So getting off the Toxic on the Lopunny, which was good. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Charizard did a pretty good job, so you got the Toxic off. As I said, I could have gone for Roost, but I'm kind of glad I didn't now. I've got the Toxic on it. So now we got the Lopunny. It's going to be a Mega Lopunny, so it's probably going to have something like, I know it gets Hyper Voice and Stab, Charge Beam to boost its special attack. It gets stuff like Ice Beam. It gets actually, normal type Pokemon get a lot of cool, like, special type moves. Anyway, so it's going to go for the Ice Beam, disrespect KO me, and take me out. But I still have 3 other Pokemon remaining. So I got my Pikachu with Fake Out, right? And I thought, well, if I go into my Pikachu with Fake Out, the toxic damage is going to rack up while it's flinched too, so I thought that would be a pretty good idea. So now Pikachu's going to take a little bit of damage from the spikes. None of my Pokemon actually were running Focus Sash, so the spikes really wasn't too much of a problem. So we got the Fake Out doing some nice damage to the Lopunny. Lopunny taking a little bit of damage from the Toxic. Now Pikachu is going to get absolutely shredded, so I thought, let's go for the Endure here so I can get some more damage out of the Toxic. It's going to go for a Hyper Beam. What is this? So now Pikachu's going to be able to live on 1 health. Lopunny firing a laser out of it, so I don't know where. So I'm going to live with the crit. We all know that crit mattered. Guys, if that wasn't a crit, Pikachu would have lived. You know that, right? So we got the Lopunny. It's on recharge this turn, and now I can go for the Flail. So Pikachu strategy in full motion here. Now the Pikachu with Flail hits pretty dang hard. Plus you don't take any recoil like a move like Volt Tackle. So I thought that worked rather nicely. You could Fake Out then Volt Tackle, and since Pikachu, it's going to take a lot of damage from that. It's, it'd be a pretty good move. Then you can fire for a really powerful move with Flail. Anyway, so the Meloetta is going to come in and Shadow Claw me. Good time. So now I've got my Mimikyu. There wasn't much I can do. I can go for the Scumbag Z Splash. I decided to just go for Play Rough. Play Rough misses! Now the freaking Meloetta's going to go for the Shadow Claw, and that's going to bust my Disguise. So that's a bit of a shame. So I thought I could risk going for the Z Splash now, but I need to get some damage on this one because I've only got Lucario left, right? So now go for the Play Rough on the Meloetta. It's going to be a 2-hit KO. Shadow Claw, I'm hoping it doesn't crit on my Mimikyu, so I'm able to leave the next one. Like, sweet. Now I got to go for the Play Rough and take this thing out. And I go for Play Rough, and it misses again! I can't believe it! And now it's going to take me out with a Shadow Claw. Oh, no! The last Pokemon that I've got is that Choice Scarf Lucario, right? And I can't do anything. There's nothing I can do. The only move I can go for is Final Gambit because the last Pokemon is going to be able to resist every single one of my moves. It's a Machamp, by the way, and I just went for the final Salty Gambit there to finish myself off and the Meloetta. Hope you guys enjoyed this second game. I mean, I could have gone for the Flash Cannon, which wouldn't have taken it out. I could have gone for the Psychic, which wouldn't have taken it out either. So I had no options there. I got completely trolled. So the third and final single battle we have is against Tio on my Discord. We have a Golurk lead. So I've got Greninja. So this is a pretty damn good matchup for me. Man, I need another drink of water. Speaking of which, water types, we have the Golurk swapping out because it's very down. And now we got the Clawitzer coming in, which is another water type too. Okay, so we got that Clawitzer coming, which is going to be able to tank it's going to be able to tank my attacks really nicely. Now the only attack that I thought would be good against it would be Grass Knot. So I decided to go for that. Guys, I actually got more than 2 hits on Water Shuriken. What is this? So now I go for a scummy Protein Grass Knot on the Clawitzer. It actually hits rather nicely. It's a definitely 2-hit KO. And I get a flinch on it. One Grass Knot. I'm like, I can't even get it on the Water Shuriken, but I get it on the Grass Knot. So now I'm going to go another Protein on that one. And I can go for that was the Water Shuriken. I wanted to take it out with the Water Shuriken to be disrespectful. So I'm going to go for this one. I get 4. I actually get 5 this time. So I'm like, this is definitely going to kick in. But it didn't. I can't believe it didn't kick in. I should have just gone for the Grass Knot. And now it's going to take me out with a Dank Pulse. Man, all I wanted was a flinch. I just wanted a Water Shuriken flinch just for once in my life. Anyway, so now swapping my Pikachu, I just go for the Fake Out and take out the Clawitzer. I can't believe that. I get a flinch with 1 Grass Knot, right? But I hit them with 5 Water Shurikens and not 1. Like, what is that? So now we got the Golurk coming back in. There's nothing I can do, right? I can't hit it with Flail, I can't hit it with Volt Tackle, and I can't hit it with a Fake Out. So there's 0 my Pikachu can do. So I'm gonna have to swap that one out. So now going into Charizard, it's gonna go for the Shadow Punch, which does pretty good damage to my Charizard. So I thought, well, Charizard can get maybe a Toxic off. I could have Stone Edge. I took the risk here in case Stone Edge would miss, so I went for the Toxic. It's a kind of annoying Pokemon to verse with the rest of my team, so I wanted to get a Toxic on that one to see if I can get rid of it, maybe later on in the game. However, the Golurk is going to have Thunder Punch, and old Charizard ain't going to live that one. It's not very bulky in defense, and down goes my Charizard. Pikachu couldn't have swapped into that because it had no other moves. Okay, so I've got 4 Pokemon remaining still. Now I'm going to go into my Mewtwo, so I think they're going to use a Shadow Punch, right? Let's see if we can take out the Golurk with the Me First Shadow Punch. So go for the Me First Shadow Punch. I'll get some stab from that and an extra power boost. Here we go, people. Can we take out the Golurk with... Oh, come on. It doesn't do very good damage. Now Golurk's going to be able to take me out with the Shadow Punch. Oh, but this is not going well. This is not going very well, people. I'm not even sure Confusion wouldn't have taken out from that range. So anyway, we got the Golurk. It's starting to get annoying now, so I thought, I've got to swap in Mimikyu. I've got to get back into this game, people. I've got to go for some astonishing plays here. So now, behind the disguise, I can freely go for the Normalium Z Splash. Now, the other move on this set, right, it was such a bad set. We had Normalium Z Splash. I also put Sword Dance on there too. So in one battle, I actually got the Splash up right, and then I went for Sword Dance afterwards. So I had a +5 in attack, and I was firing off Astonishers like you've never seen before. Anyway, so we got the Golurk just breaking my disguise with whatever move. It didn't matter what it did to me. And now I can finally go for the Astonish to take out the Golurk. So I thought for a bit, I might be able to live another attack and go for a Sword Dance, and then I can have a +5 in attack, but I thought, nah, let's just get rid of this Pokemon. It's too much for a threat. And taking out with the Astonish. That's 2 Pokemon down. Okay, I've got to get back into this game. So now we got the Persian. I've got Play Rough on this Pokemon, so I know that I can use that in case. I only really used Play Rough when I absolutely had to. So now we got the Alolan Persian go for the Hidden Power. I think that was Hidden Power Dark. Doing a lot of damage there to me, and it's got Life Orb too, and now I'm going to go for the Play Rough, and that's going to be enough to take it out. So the battle has nicely evened out. So we've still got 3 other Pokemon. There was another Pokemon that I knew would be able to stop my Mimikyu too. So now we got the Venomoth. So I can't go for the Play Rough, I can only go for the Astonish. So what I needed here was I needed a flinch on the Venomoth. So it's got to be a 2-hit KO. It doesn't get a flinch. However, the Venomoth's going to go for a Poison. I know I said Poison Jab there, a Poison Fang. It doesn't take me out, and now I'm going to take out the Venomoth with the Astonish. That was beautiful. I love these Astonish KOs. So we got 2 Pokemon left here to see if they can take out my Mimikyu. So now we've got the Emboar. So I can go for the Play Rough or the Astonish here. It doesn't really matter. So now it's going to go for the Flare Blitz. It's going to outspeed me. It's Choice Scarf, and Mimikyu is going to go down. So I do have my Pikachu. Now, the problem here, I was thinking, I could go into my Pikachu, right, go for Fake Out, and then go for Endure, and, use some of its health up, but I thought, nah, I've got to take out this threat now. So going into my Lucario, I don't want Lucario to be left as the last Pokemon. So go for the final Gambit on the Emboar. I'm Choice Scarf too, and it lives on like 1 health. Oh my god, I can't believe it. And guys, I bet you never guessed the Ponyta t-shirts are available. Guys, think about it for a second. Pikachu using Endure is like just free merchandise plugging. Anyway, so I'm going to go for the Fake Out on the Emboar. It's going to take it out. So there's 1 more Pokemon left to deal with, and it's not a Ghost type. Made sure it wasn't a freaking Ghost type either. So out comes the Trump. We've got to get rid of Trump. So now I'm going to go for the Endure here, people. What move was this going to throw at me? It didn't really matter. I know this doesn't have any priority to hit me with either, so that was another good thing. So now we got a Z move coming from the Gumshoes. I wonder if you guys can guess what move this is. It's I'll give you a tip. It's a really, really strong move. So now we got the Trump going for the Tectonic Rage on the Pikachu, and obviously this is going to be super effective, and it's going to take me all the way down to my Focus Sash. I mean my 1 health. 1 health on the Pikachu. Alright, people, so I live on like 1 health, and now I could go for the Fling on the Gumshoes, which is very, very powerful, and that is going to be enough to take it out there. And I hope you guys enjoyed all 3 battles, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Check out that Ponyta merch, people. Let me know if you did get one. Peace.